I want to talk to Mathias Ezeaku, and I want to also talk to Reverend Father Ebuka Obi. Is that the name? Please, if I'm not getting the name right, please let me know. Yes, Mathias Ezeaku. I want to, from the depth of my heart, I want to say, I'm very sorry you were arrested. And I am not surprised that you were arrested also. I will be surprised if you were not arrested. I've been surprised why you have not been arrested. Because I know these guys more than you think. I know them. These guys are dangerous. These guys have everything it takes to shut down everybody. Yes. So I want you to listen to me because I have advice to give you. If you are a Mathias followers, share this video. I also have advice for you.
Okay, before you continue listening to what the Lion Killer has to say, Dr. Kassy Chukwu, I want you to take note, cognizant of something that is very important. Kassy is partially different from these Draculas that call themselves men of God. Kassy still has a conscience. He knows what is right and what is wrong. Deep inside his heart, he has a burning desire to stand against all these oppressors, to stand against all these Draculas and monsters, vultures, vampires. But he has so much to lose if he does that. On the other end, he doesn't want to disappoint his spiritual father, Johnson Suleiman. And on the other end, he's still afraid that Jeremiah Omoto Fofane will hire thugs again to get him kidnapped. If there's anyone who has been arrested for speaking out and standing out against charlatanism, it's Kassy Chukwu. He's the first man in Nigeria who stood up against the native doctor of war called Jeremiah Omoto Fofane, to a point that Jeremiah Omoto Fofane had to hire gangsters, like thugs, top-tier thugs, Tompolo boys, armed with rifles, to go and kidnap him. Took him somewhere to make him break. Not once, twice, or even thrice. So before I tell you more about Chukwu, I want you to continue listening to what he has to say, and I'll stretch my point.
Mathias, I respect you for one reason, and I've said that many times. The reason why I respect Mathias Ezeaku is because he's this man that call his speed, and he believes in reality, and he said the truth without looking back. So I want to say this, that Mathias, you are doing a good job, but you overstep boundaries. Yes, I've told you time without number. Listen to me carefully, please, Mathias. I don't know if you have been released or you are still with them, but I know say if they have released you. Yeah. I know if they have released you, by now you should be singing a new song, different from that time. You will know the rules and regulations of social media. Yes, I've been there. I was arrested. I spent 16 days. I was arrested at least 2 times, kidnapped once, arrested 2 times. So I've been there. So I know what I'm about to say now. So in this issue of arrest, when you are saying the truth, I am the CEO and the general overseer of them all. So I understand. It goes. Okay, Mathias. Well, like I said, you are doing a good job. Nice one. But you've overstepped boundaries. See, like I said, I'll be surprised if you were not arrested. But before I go ahead and say some things, I want to tell you where you went wrong, Mathias. I know that is not even the reason why you were arrested. No. Where my point, where I'm coming from, that's not even why you were arrested. Number one, you insulted Jesus. You defied the Holy Bible. You defied the scriptures. You said so many things about Bible. You even insult Jesus. Mathias, I've told you that, listen, you have the right to express your anger, but avoid Bible. The reason why so many people are even quiet, as if it was a rat that they arrested, nobody even said anything. I've told you people time without number. Share this video, please.
Okay, let me hold the Lion Killer a bit on this note. You must pardon Mathias, because he's not the only one who has given up on Christianity, who has given up on the things of God. And the reason why we keep having this high rate of withdrawals from this religion called Christianity is because of people like Ebuka Obi. The reason why we have so many dropouts from this religion called Christianity is because of people like your spiritual father, Apostle Kassy, Apostle Johnson Suleiman. The reason why there are plenty dropouts there that are joining other religions or becoming atheists at the end of the day is because of people like Jeremiah Omoto for fame, people like TB Joshua. There are so many wounded lions out there. There are so many wounded souls. There are so many people that have been heartbroken by these so-called DDGOs, to a point whereby they thought, if God really existed, or if this whole concept of Christianity is legit, why did God appoint Draculas, vampires, like these ones, to torment us to this extent? They reached their breaking point, and they decided to separate themselves and started believing that Christ is no big deal. It's very easy for now, especially to the DDGOs in Nigeria who claim to be so super powerful, to call Mathias and demonstrate their power in the presence of Mathias and show him that they are capable of doing what they claim to be capable of doing. And the challenge in that is, these men don't represent Christ. These men don't even represent the God of the Bible. They represent God of the dark world. And they have been misrepresenting our God and our Jesus Christ. And they have watered down the power of our Jesus Christ. That's why we have people like Mathias who have rebelled against Christianity. Because the men who have been claiming to be representing Jesus Christ are imposters. They hear nothing from God. They are not connected in any way with the divine. Continue listening to what Kassy had to say.
Now, I'm a pastor. I know very well that this pastoral stuff, this church thing, this whole thing going on in the body of Christ, I can tell you very well that I know all is not well. I know the fake, I know the original. I know those who are making money with it. I know those who are serving God sincerely from their heart.
Like I told you earlier, Apostle Kassy still has a conscience and he knows what's wrong in the Christendom, but he can't voice out. He's like a bird in a cage. With all the amazing potential, the flight potential that bird has, it can't go anywhere. It just remains stuck in that cage. That's the very same scenario with Kassy Chukwu. He has a burning desire to correct some of these things, to call out some of these Draculas to order, but he can't because he's limited. He's in a box. And it pains him so much. That's why he's always and constantly passing these subliminal messages. And I hope you can start listening to the things that he is not saying, not to what he is actually saying. There's so much that he has said that it will only take someone that pays attention to actually listen and make sense out of it. But at the end of the day, Mathias deserves justice. If Ebuka Obi is truly anointed, if Ebuka Obi is truly powerful, all he had to do was to demonstrate to Mathias that he can perform miracles, that he can heal the sick, not to send police to go and get him arrested. This is just enough proof that these men are mafias, top-level mafias. They will do anything to protect their sources of income. They will do anything to protect their business shrines. But my people, like I told you before, the revolution has begun. I know all of you will be set free, especially those that have been defending and siding with these Draculas. God will strike you with the lightning and light that will open your eyes so that you realize you have been in bondage. And I just pray that it will not be too late. Because most of you will reach your finish line in darkness. Many of you have gone to the graveyard without having been enlightened. With that being said, I'll check you again on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. It's Mr. PDT. I'm out.